right. This is case study number 3, Can Technology Save Sears by John Gilbert. Start with a little introduction. Sears is a fading brand saddled with too many non-performing physical stores in undesirable locations. There's one in my hometown, Statesville, North Carolina, and I can tell you for a fact that thing is the most ugly building in the entire city. Um, the effort to return to formal 90s glory is palpable, so you can tell it's there. They're really trying, but it might not be in the cards. It's a race against time to improve technology and become a technological retailer. They're facing difficult competition from Walmart and Target, just giant companies that are kind of dominating the retail industry right now. Their ideas are good, but it's just trial and error. Trial and error. I got some current IT events here. It actually took me a long time to find the Sears website. It didn't come up immediately. I had to go to like the fourth option on Google to finally find them. But they have a couple job fairs going. There's the only thing I did find was the Sears Center, which is like performing arts and concerts and such. And they also have a really cool thing on their Sears Holding website about their global sustainability and environmental awareness programs. First question was analyze Sears using the competitive forces and value chain models. What are Sears' strengths and what are its weaknesses? So for the value chain model, I said their strengths was their incorporation of technology and the procurement on the value chain models. Thanks to Hadoop, their inbound logistics have also become a strength. They analyze their data more rapidly and can observe patterns. Their weaknesses would have to be the administration and management for just because they're bold over the top moves and their trial and error style. They like to jump on potential instead of proven results. For example, Hadoop was not quite ready and they kind of jumped on it. Their sales and marketing is a weak spot considering they're barely staying afloat in that area. Their competitive forces model, they had strengths in their suppliers and substitute projects. They kept ahead of the competition by having up-to-date appliances and are now heading into the smart devices arena. They also have plenty of other areas to explore in regards to sales. Weaknesses would include their large successful competitors, lack of customers, and potential online retailers entering the new market. Second question was, what was the problem facing Sears? What management, organization, and technology factors contributed to this problem? Their problem wasn't limited to one area. They had a lot of problems. Management let them spend too much money on operating costs, keeping up with the current trends, and the remodeling of a ton of stores in these kind of rundown cities. Sears put too much hope and money into technology, and that led to a misinterpretation of what customers wanted. For example, they did the My Gopher experiment, which costed over $1 million to set up, and ultimately failed because customers didn't really want that kind of automated shopping experience. They wanted to go and see it themselves and touch things instead of having other people do their shopping for them. What solution did Sears select? What was the role of technology in the solution? Sears tried to shift their focus to technology retail. They upgraded their data management to Hadoop. In 2011, they spent several $100 million on improving stores and technological enhancements, iPads and iPod Touches. They tried the My Gopher experiment, which failed, and then they had the Shop Your Way experiment, where they would let you go online and kind of use coupons and all kinds of cheap ways to make shopping more convenient. And it kind of worked, not like as much as they would have hoped, but it worked a little bit. And now they've looked into the smart home devices kind of sales. Fourth question, I believe, was how effective was the solution selected by Sears? Explain your answer. It's still a little bit early to tell. A couple more years need to pass before we can assess if if their CEO Lampert's modernization of retail will help Sears return to its former glory. They did make some headway with the Shop Your Way initiative. It's considered a leader in creating personalized offers. And then the shift to tech retail is hurting their sales in other departments. So in 2015, they ended up selling a lot of their like Lands' End products for dirt cheap. So question 1 of 2. My first question was, is Sears the only name brand that uses Hadoop? And by name brand, I mean like just a big company that uses it. And if so, why aren't these other companies employing this service? Um, so I actually did a little research. I had to Google it a little bit, but I finally found a website talking about Hadoop, and it was actually a PDF research document. So some grad student had put it together. Um, but he analyzed Hadoop and the way that Sears incorporated it, and he was able to conclude that the downside of Hadoop is that it's an immature platform. Sears learned that Hadoop the hard way. They trial and error, and it did not work in their favor all the time. Um, it had few outside experts available to guide its work when they took on the platform in early 2010. So they kind of jumped the gun. Hadoop wasn't really ready for that kind of scale project, and they just kind of threw it on them. And though it looks nice on paper, it was a huge gamble that was might have been too large of a risk for companies that already had stellar data management systems. How can Sears join the ranks of Walmart and Target? That was my second question. And I did a lot of work and looked around and found a video on Fox Business. And it said, according to Fox Business, Sears could make a comeback if they continue to work on mobile purchases and shifting to that technological approach. Also, this video is from 2 years ago, so a little bit hard, or not 2 years ago, but a year ago, and it was kind of hard to tell how current this information really was. But they said they would need to team up with a large online retail company, something along the lines of Amazon, Etsy, or eBay, because those kind of combinations really are favoring the bigger stores right now. And then in conclusion, I said Sears is a great example of the modern era. Technology is at the forefront of jobs in the future, and we all need to prepare to become familiar with these new systems. That way we can adapt to our ever changing environment. That is case 3 by myself.